The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing will weaken to Taraba State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th to 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCC EB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of Taraba State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, or weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Escape the everyday at DY Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Expert stylists meticulously craft your perfect look, whether you're seeking a bold modern style or a classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Konaru, or call 081-4563-6195 to
every breath that I am able. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing will weaken to Taraba State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th to 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCC EB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of Taraba State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, or weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Sun TV, the pulse of the nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Sun TV and on YouTube at Sun TV Live. Now the major headlines. Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani has revoked all lands and housing allocations within school premises granted by the previous administration, citing public interest and the need to maintain a conducive learning environment. Affected institutions include Al-Huda College Zaria, Queen Amina College, Kaduna, and Government Commercial College Zaria. According to the Secretary of the State Government, Abdulkadir Mazum Miyeri, the state is processing refunds for those who made payments on the revoked properties. Governor Sani reiterated his administration's commitment to protecting school environments for residential or commercial enrollment to support quality education. Since assuming office, the Sani administration has prioritized educational development, reducing tuition fee in the state-owned tertiary institution, constructing over 2,336 new classrooms, renovating 707 others, and enhancing school facilities, including furniture and water sanitation system. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has spent 14.9 billion naira on transport subsidies through the Lagos Bus Service Limited since 2019. According to the State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluseun Osiyemi, speaking at the 2025 ministerial press briefing in Ikeja, Osiyemi noted that the LBLS has conveyed over 60.88 million passengers between May 2019 and February 2025, currently averaging 1,000 bus trips and over 42,000 passengers daily. The commissioner highlighted that the average LBSL fare of 542.66 naira is significantly lower than the 1,973 naira the charge by informal operators, offering an average savings of 2,667 naira per trip. The subsidy aims to ensure affordable mobility and stimulate economic activity. He also revealed that 144 new certified drivers were trained, increasing LBSL's workforce to 3,537. On rail, Osiyemi reported that the Blue Line's first phase from the Marina to Mile 2 has moved over 2 million passengers. The construction of Phase 2 to Okukumaiko began in December 2023, with the full line expected to handle 5,000 passengers daily. Additionally, a memorandum of understanding has been signed with China Harbour Engineering Company for the 68-kilometer Green Line from Marina to Lekki Phase Zone, with the construction slated for later in 2025. Preliminary talks are also ongoing for the 57-kilometer Purple Line, intended to link Redemption Camp to Volkswagen on the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. The paramount ruler of Swali community in Yanagwa, Bayelsa State, Wilkos Jacob, has urged the state government to establish police posts at strategic locations to prevent further violence following an attack by suspected cultists on Easter Sunday that left 4 people dead and several injured. The assailant reportedly masked and armed stormed the community around midnight in a Toyota Hilux van, shooting indiscriminately. The job cited the need for a permanent police station in the area to protect residents. Confirming the attack, Bayelsa State Police spokesperson Musa Mohammed said normalcy has been restored and security heightened. He added that while the motive is still under investigations, measures have been taken to avert further incidents. A resident described the assault as the worst violence the community has expressed in over a decade. Though calm has been restored, tension remained in the area, which has a history of court-related unrest. The member representing Yanagwa Constituency 1, Honorable Aigbe Gefia Egba, visited the community, condemning the attack as barbaric. He extended condolences to the affected families and urged youths to avoid vice and external influences that could endanger their future. The National Forum of Kano Indigenous Lawyers has called for increased recognition of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf's leadership, praising his composure and policy direction in response to recent developments in Kano State. In a statement signed by the forum's chairman, Usman Imam Tudun Wurzici, the group condemned Governor Yusuf's restraints during the Salah, Duba, and the emirship dispute, highlighting his ability to prevent tension from escalating into crisis. The forum noted the governor's recent accolades, including the Leadership Governor of the Year 2024 award from Leadership newspaper and the Governor of the Year 2024 Good Governance Award from the Vanguard newspaper, which cited achievements in education and healthcare. He also received the African Good Governance Award 2025 in Marrakech, Morocco, for his people-oriented leadership. The forum emphasized Yusuf's commitment in education, particularly his allocation of 31% of the state's annual budget to the sector, surpassing the UNESCO benchmark, which rated his support for the governor's initiative. The lawyers urge other institutions to similarly acknowledge his contribution to governance and development in Kano State. Benue State Governor Reverend Father Hayton Alia has appealed for the federal government's urgent assistance in addressing escalating violence in the state, stressing that what Benue needs is support, not a state of emergency. Speaking on television show, Governor Alia maintained that while the security challenges are serious, his administration remains capable of maintaining and managing the situation with the right federal backing. He emphasized the need for resources to expel armed herders from local communities and to resettle displaced residents. Alia noted that the security landscape has improved, with affected local government area reduced from 17 to 16. He credited his progress to ongoing efforts by the government and called for continued federal assistance, including military equipment and personnel, to sustain the momentum. He dismissed any suggestion that the situation is beyond his control, insisting that Benue requires emergency support to reclaim its farmland and restore peace, not the imposition of emergency rule. Labour Party governorship aspirant in Anambra State, Mr. John Nwosu, has declared that the Supreme Court's April 4 ruling nullifying the Julius Abure-led executive has effectively invalidated the candidacy of Dr. George Moghalu for the November 8, 2025 election. Despite the ruling, the Abure-led faction held a primary on April 5th and nominated Moghalu. However, a preliminary primary conducted on April 10th by the Esther Usman Nedani-led faction produced Jude Nwejuagu as the party candidate. Nwosu, who participated in the latter and lost, maintains that Mogu's nomination is void and insists he remains the legitimate candidate, alleging that Nwejuagu is merely a placeholder. In a media briefing, Nwosu emphasized the need for the Independent National Electoral Commission to uphold the valid primary and adhere to due process. He affirms his commitment to the rule of law and revealed that his appeal is before the party leadership. While expressing hope for the internal resolution, he did not rule out of legal action if necessary. Amid escalating tension across parts of Nigeria, the Plateau branches of the Nigerian Bar Association has urged the federal government to act swiftly and decisively to end the ongoing killing in Bokos and Basa local government area. In a strong appeal, the NBA called for justice for the victim, local prosecution of suspects, improved security measures, the establishment of state policing and humanitarian support for displaced communities. In a related development, the Plateau State chapter of the Coalition of Fulani Registered Organizations refuted claims that it issued conditions for the peace. The coalition clarified that its recent press statement was a plea for justice and peaceful coexistence, not a seat for demand, emphasizing that the message has been misinterpreted by some social media outlets. Aderemi Oseni, the House of Representative member of Ido Ibarapa East Federal Constituency, has distributed 5,206 bags of fertilizers to farmers in his constituency. The event held at his constituency's office in Olugunrenu, Ibadan, aimed to boost agricultural productivity and food security. Oseni emphasized that the initiative aligned with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope and agenda and is designed to alleviate food inflation while empowering farmers. He urged beneficiaries to embrace excellence and assured continued advocacy for a better policies and infrastructure. The event was attended by political, traditional, and religious leaders, as well as farmers and youth groups. The All Progressive Congress has praised Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliyu for his extensive and road construction rehabilitation project across the state. At a press briefing, the APC chairman Alhaji Isa Sadiq highlighted completed and ongoing works, including the Rijia flyover and the road networks in areas like Sahara, Gawon, Nama, Tudunwada, and around the government house. He also noted the efforts in housing, with 1,136 housing units being built and solar street lights installed across the state capital. Said he constructed these developments with the previous administration, alleging mismanagement of public housing assets. The All Progressive Congress has praised Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliu for his extensive road construction and rehabilitation projects across the state. At the press briefing, the APC chairman Alhaji Isa Sadiq highlighted completion of road works, including a 40-year-old woman, Fatima Ibrahim, has been accused of repeatedly raping a 12-year-old boy in Azere, Bauchi State. The victim, an Arabic pupil, was employed by Ibrahim to assist in her business and was housed at her residence, while the alleged abuse occurred over a 2-month period. According to the police, the victim reported that Ibrahim engaged him in sexual acts when no visitors were present, and he suspected that a mixture given to him may have been tampered with. Ibrahim has been interrogated and reportedly admitted to the allegations. The police investigation is ongoing, and Ibrahim will face charges in court once it is completed. The police public relations officer confirmed the incident and assured the communities that atrocities are committed to ensuring justice for the victims. President Bola Tinubu is considering lifting the state of emergency in Rivers State ahead of schedule as part of a political strategy to ease tension and strengthen his position before the 2027 election. He reportedly met with the suspected governor, Similayi Fubara, in London, where Fubara was urged to join the APC in exchange for reinstatement. The emergency rule imposed in March after pipeline explosion has sparked widespread criticism and legal challenges. Protest continues in Rivers State, while Tinubu is expected to mediate between Fubara, ex-Governor Nelson Wike, and lawmakers to resolve the crisis. President Bola Tinubu is a 6th-term member as House of Representative, Oluwole Oke, has reportedly resigned from the People's Democratic Party, representing Obuku Oriadi Federal Constituency in Osun State. Oke reportedly made the decision after consulting with political associates, friends and family. His resignation letter dated April 16, 2025, and addressed to the PDP chairman in Ward 7, Obukun local government area, was reportedly cited by Punch Online. Although he confirmed the developments in the phone interview, Oke reportedly did not reveal his next political move, but urged his supporters to also leave the PDP and await further instructions. In a significant step towards post-insurgency peace building, the Borno State government has received 230 repentant Boko Haram members from the integration into the society. The individuals were among the 309 former insurgents who surrendered to the Nigerian army and participated in the federal government eradication, rehabilitation, and reintegration program under the Operation Safe Corridor in Gombe State. The graduation ceremony for Batch 6 and 7 of the 2024 program was held at the DRR camp in Malam Sidi, Huami local government area. Representing the Borno government, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Hajia Zuera Gambo, received the returnees who expressed remorse for the past action, many of which they said were committed under cohesions or adoption. The event was attended by representatives from several state governments, the military, the police, intelligence agencies, and other security institutions. The reintegration process is expected to continue under the Borno State faculty for reception and community transition. Former Minister of State for Science, Technology and Innovation, Henry Uko, has indicated his willingness to contest in the 2027 governorship election in Abia State, if given the opportunity. Speaking during an Easter celebration with party members and the supporters in his hometown of Ikuwanu, Uko expressed his commitment to grassroots politics and party unity, noting that the gathering was a celebration of oneness and not a political campaign. Responding to the chat from the youth urging him to run, Uko said that it was too early to make declaration, but assured that he would not hesitate if the chance arises. He stressed the importance of local support, describing the grassroots as the engine of political success, and encouraging party members to remain steadfast in promoting the All Progressive Congress, expressing optimism from the party's chance in 2027. Also speaking at the event, Chief Awa Jeremiah, coordinator of Team Wazobia Nigeria for Tinubu 2027, praised Uko's track record and said his leadership would bring industrial development and job creation to the state. He also acknowledged Governor Alex Otti infrastructure achievements, but urged him to address the rising hunger and unemployment in Abia, warning that the widespread of hunger could undermine the government's popularity and electoral prospects. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria has condemned the death of 5 people in a truck crash during the Easter procession in Gombe State. Calling for a thorough investigation, the truck lost control and hit a crowd of Christian worshippers, injuring 13 others. Huriwa criticized the police and the Federal Road Safety for hasty investigation and accusing them of neglecting security during the event. The group suggested the incident may have been a targeted attack and urged President Bola Tinubu to ensure equal protection for all citizens. The Niger state government has imposed a curfew following growing security concerns while in Benue State. 11 people were killed in a fresh attack. The Senate has responded to Pastor Tunde Bakare's criticism, calling the legislative body a rubber stamp. Meanwhile, the Vatican has scheduled for a funeral of Pope Francis for April 26, attacking world leaders. Other headlines include the International Monetary Fund warning of higher inflation and lower oil price of Nigeria, and the development of special anti-bandit squad by the Inspector General of Police to tackle increasingly nation violence. Governor Haita Ali of Benue has claimed that the foreign attackers are behind the ongoing violence in the state. Several officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has been detained for allegedly extorting 5.2 million naira from young travelers in Ekiti State. The Commandant General, Dr. Ahmed Audi, ordered the detention following a viral social media post that accused the officers of demanding the money from a group of travelers from Ado Ekiti to Akure. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunjioju, directed an investigation into the matter, prompting Audi to transport the suspect to the NSCDC headquarters in Abuja for further inquiry. The NSCDC emphasized that the officers' actions violated the Corps ethical standard and pledged to take disciplinary action if they are found guilty. The public was assured that no officer would be shielded from the consequences if proven corrupt. Stay tuned, we'll be taking a brief commercial break. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Sun TV.
The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing will weaken to Rubber State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th through 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCC EB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of the Rubber State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, or weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Welcome back. Coming up next, the Nigerian police force has condemned the circulation of old videos on social media, warning that the act undermine public trust and national security. The videos, which depict officers making substandard claim, include one where a police mobile force officer complained about working condition in Yobe State, and another where a counter-terrorism unit officer falsely suggesting that banditry is politically motivated. The police clarified that these videos are outdated and have been investigated. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, urged the public to be cautious of such misleading content, emphasizing the police force's ongoing commitment to improving officer welfare and ensure national security. A measles outbreak has been confirmed in Rukubi Doma local government area of Nasarawa State, just months ahead of the state's planned introduction of a combined measles and rubella vaccine. The outbreak, announced during a stakeholders meeting in Lafia, has raised concerns among health officials and residents. Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by his deputy, Dr. Emmanuel Agbaki, emphasized the need for the new vaccine campaign, highlighting the serious health risks associated with measles and rubella, including blindness, deafness, and brain damage. Dr. Gaza Wanma, the state health commissioner, stated that medical teams have been deployed to affected areas to control the spread, while community engagement efforts are on the way to ensure the success of the upcoming vaccine rollout in October. Enugu State has signed a memorandum of understanding with the management of the Lion Business Park to develop the Enugu Lion Business Park Limited. Governor Dr. Peter Umba has oversaw the signing, emphasized that the project will leverage the benefits of a free trade zone to attract foreign investment, foster innovation, and create jobs, promoting economic growth for Enugu, the Southeast, and Nigeria. Dr. Umba assured that the state would provide necessary infrastructure to support businesses and industries, positioning Enugu as a business-friendly state. Dr. John Mbanu, chairman of the Lion Business Park, has praised the governor's leadership and stressed the need for continued collaboration